moms, do you know the power you have with how you spend your money? We call it the power of the purse. Moms don't want to support companies that contribute to causes we oppose. Today, on the Mom View, NBA superstar Jonathan Isaac and others will talk about faith and business and how the two can be combined successfully. Welcome to the Mom View, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And on our lovely couch, we have, as always, Kimberly and Debbie. Thank you. Okay. But we also would like to have our lovely guest host here, Miss Angelina Banks. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. Okay, guys, I want to start this off with, do you know the stores or brands that you buy from and where your money goes?
Okay, so I've done some research.
Okay, good. Let's go.
Well, Kimberly was prepared. Okay. All right. So companies that support Planned Parenthood, we've been talking a lot about Planned Parenthood on this show. AT&T, Meta, which is Facebook and all their compatriots, Comcast, Citigroup, and Amazon. Companies that support gender-affirming care, which those are three words that we do not combine together on this show, and it is actually transgender and child mutilation. Mm-hmm. Who supports that? Airbnb.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where we've been staying when we do this. We're going to have to rethink this. Meta, Price Waterhouse, Wells Fargo. We jumped from them, so we're good.
That's right.
Capital One, IKEA, Johnson & Johnson. You know how many things we buy from Johnson & Johnson? It's time to jump ship, ladies.
Oh, can I say something about Johnson & Johnson?
Yes.
And here, you think about that too. That's a baby, they're known mostly as a baby line. And here they're supporting
mutilating children.
Right. And killing babies.
And
killing babies. and most diaper companies, as far as I am hearing, all support Planned Parenthood, give to Planned Parenthood.
All of them?
Which is why we support Every Life Matters.
Except for Every Life.
That's our diaper company.
Okay.
So the power of the purse matters and where you put your money. A couple more I want to mention that support mutilating children. I'm just going to call it what it is.
Yeah.
Netflix and Disney.
Well, we already knew Disney. Disney
Florida
had its own problem with Disney with our governor, Ron DeSantis, who kind of put them on notice. But my goodness, I wonder how many of you moms knew that. I mean, I didn't know some of those. Yeah. I mean, it also is big within like the realtor, right? So if you're going to purchase a home, do you know where your money's going when you purchase that home? Maybe not. They're usually going to liberal causes.
There are a couple great organizations that can help us figure out where the money goes, because it really is the power of the purse. And if we want our values to be promoted, then we should be buying from companies that promote those values. So Second Vote, I think it's secondvote.org, great company. It's your second vote. Your first vote is with your ballot. Yeah. Second vote is with your purse. Honestly, I think the first vote is with your purse. Maybe it should be your first
Money
vote.
talks. That's what they say.
Money absolutely talks.
Our candidates, right, that run for office, that's what they want. They need money to run. So that's essentially what you're doing. And then you give them your vote. So.
And if you're supporting those companies that are supporting those candidates, that's your third vote. Wow. So another one is Freedom.
Don't look at me for an answer. Because as soon as you're going to look at
Freedom Chamber and Public Square.
When somebody looks to you for the answer, then you're like, oh no, it just left.
It happens all the time. My goodness.
Brain freeze.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Freedom Chamber. Yes.
It's always COVID.
Yeah. We also know one of those big stores. I believe, Target. Target had that large. I think it was in 2022 where we saw that they were doing tuck-friendly wear. Like, what is that for children? Not adults, but children. Yeah. That was wild. And then so we know,
and we did a lot with that. We actually took a big boycott. And we did a boycott. And I love. Do you remember the T-shirts we had? It was the Target symbol logo, and we said, "Stop targeting our kids." Target.
So yeah.
And so we did. Already dangerous. I mean, you think that they would learn the first time that their market shares plummeted when they became unsafe because their bathrooms and their locker rooms were open. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you have now become unsafe. I am not going to bring my children into a store where a man may come into their bathroom when they're going to the bathroom.
And my question was, why not create, if that's something that you are advocating for, why not create your own lane? Why are you putting it in store? Like, we have online shops all the time. There's small online mom and pop stores that have their online stores,
Specialty.
Right, specialty, boutique. Why can't you do that instead of putting it in these larger stores where everybody is going, and now you have to explain to your 3-year-old why this feels funny?
Oh, right. Oh, right. Ask me.
Okay, go.
Okay. Because they don't sell.
No, they don't.
So these big stores are buying
right.
these products and they're putting them in their store so that they can say we've met the DEI quota, and then they shove them in the back and throw them away because nobody wants them.
Angelina, say something. What do you want to say?
Well, I mean,
you're trying to get a couple words in there, and I'm like,
well, what drives me crazy is because, you know, these retailers are so prominent in your visual.
Yes.
So they're trying to normalize things that are outside of what we consider normal. And so the more you see something, the more you're desensitized to something.
That's true.
The more that you don't stand to object to it. And yes, I go shopping with my small children. I am not ready to explain to a 4- and 6-year-old about gender confusion or why this bathing suit has an extra spot, or, you know, the other words around the rainbow. Like my children believe they know God's rainbow.
Right.
You know, the promise of the rainbow.
Right.
So, you know, to explain to them other interpretations and what it means and why they see rainbow flags, you know, it's a difficult conversation. But yes, the Target boycott was great. So was the Bud Light boycott.
Yeah.
Not that I drink Bud Light, but
and still. I think us as consumers, especially moms, right? We
are the
purchase
largest consumer.
everything pretty much in our home. I mean, we buy, we decide what comes into our home. Yeah,
that's it.
And what we do with our money. And I think we can investigate this better. And I think there are greater options available for us. And that's why we're doing today's show.
Jonathan Isaac, a strong Christian who plays basketball for the Orlando Magic, go Magic, has started his own values-based apparel company called Unitus. Kimberly met up with Jonathan in Florida, where they played a little ball and talked about an exciting collaboration between Unitus and Moms for America. That's coming up right after this break.
The Herzog Foundation exists to catalyze and accelerate the development of quality, Christ-centered K-12 education so that families and culture flourish. To do so, we've created comprehensive programs designed for Christian schools across the nation. One of those programs is found at readlion.com. The Lion carries news articles covering issues especially related to the education of children. These are timely, critical, must-read articles for families, educators, and leaders. Another program is the Herzog Foundation Institute, where we provide training for Christian educators led by national thought leaders in subjects such as marketing, donor development, and culture building. All training events are fully funded by the Herzog Foundation. And finally, with new Christian schools popping up all over the country, we've created a free online resource to help with the process. HF Schoolbox provides lessons and free mentorship to help launch groups navigate the startup process every step of the way. We're the Herzog Foundation. You can find out more at herzogfoundation.com.
Welcome back to the Mom View. Professional basketball player Jonathan Isaac made a name for himself on the court with the Orlando Magic. His profile was raised even higher in 2020 when he was the only player on his team who wouldn't wear a BLM Black Lives Matter shirt, and he stood while everyone else kneeled during the national anthem. Since then, he's written the book, Why I Stand, and he started Unitus, a values-based apparel company. Kimberly met with Jonathan in Florida, where they talked about faith, Unitus, and a queen named Esther.
I'm Kimberly Fletcher, the president and founder of Moms for America, and I am here at the Magic's practice facility with one of my good friends, Jonathan Isaac, because I'm here to tell you about something amazing. The Esther shoe. Check that out. I don't know if you guys have heard of Unitus. If you haven't, you so need to. Unitus is a incredible line of apparel that Jonathan has designed that has, well, let's just say unite us. It's uniting us together, but every single shoe, not only does it have this really cool gold thing on it, but it has a scripture in it, and they all have a message. And these ones are the Esther 414 shoe. I'm wearing the queen shoes. It is so good to be here with you.
First off, you guys are so blessed to have Miss Kimberly as your president and founder. She is absolutely amazing. I've had the best time getting to know you, and we shot some hoops even. Come on, let's take a shot.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's take a shot. Let's see what you got.
All right.
First shot of the day.
First shot of the day.
Hey! I'm excited about the Unitus and Moms for America collaboration. Love everything that you guys do, everything that you stand for, and I think it's just a perfect, seamless collab. And I'm excited that you love the shoes.
Oh my gosh, I love them. They are comfortable, they're amazing, they look incredible. Everybody needs to have these. So we did this thing in the last election where we had these moms going out on a walkathon to knock on doors and tell people, you know, here's the candidates, here's where they stand on the issues that matter to you. They need to wear the purple shoes.
I agree.
Have these Esther shoes going everywhere. Esther's on the ground, marching on the ground. So you have all kinds of great products on this line. That's what's great. Obviously, these are my favorite. But you've got the sweatsuits. You have all kinds of different shoes. The Judas are amazing.
Thank you.
So just tell me just a little bit about the line.
Yeah, so we started with the Judah one, and just to backtrack a little bit, my pastor is actually the one that came up with the name. And so during a lot of the division in our country, he was praying at our altar here at the church, and he said, God, you're the only one that can unite us. And then he called me up and said, you need to name the brand Unitus. And that's how it was born. And we started with the Judah one, which was the first NBA signature sneaker with visible Bible verses on the outside that I wear in the NBA today and wore all last year. They're dang near completely sold out at this point. But we're coming out with the Judah 2s. We've got Judah 1 low tops that are available now. Can somebody get Miss Kimberly one of these hoodies, please?
Oh,
yeah.
Here we go.
Awesome. So Miss Kim, how does the hoodie feel?
Oh my gosh, it is warm. I told you, I knew it was quality, but I haven't had this one on yet.
Yeah.
So this is great. Warm, comfortable, soft and fuzzy inside.
We got different options. We got some different colors. We got some different designs on the website as well. So all you got to do, head to weareunitus.com. You can check out everything that we have from footwear and clothing.
Fantastic.
But the most thing that I'm excited about is the Fortra. Our collaboration on the Fortra Queen has been amazing, and I want this to be something that we do every year and come out with new Moms for America designs and apparel, and yeah.
And we're talking about down the line, we'll have the booties.
Yes, as we grow, as you guys help us grow, we can continue to scale, and we'll get the little ones for the babies. I've got 2 little girls, so one here and one on the way. So yeah, I can't wait to be able to downgrade and make smaller sizes as well.
Well, I will tell you what I really love about this. There's so many things. First of all, it's top quality. The quality is incredible. We always talk about the power of the purse at Moms for America. Put your money where the value is going to push your values. Right. It's just value for values, you know?
Absolutely.
So this is a great product to do that. But it gives us as moms something that we can promote to our kids.
Right.
Because there's so many things out there that, I don't know, we're old and fuddy-duddy, right? So they want the new cool kid things. Right. And here we've got Jonathan Isaac, who's promoting this incredible clothing line, this totally quality. It looks cool, it sounds cool, and it's something that they're going to enjoy. So you've helped us as moms with our kids promote something good.
I love that, and to just that point again, it's just bringing us together. Yeah. Your organization is already together. It's a close-knit group of moms, but this is another touch point to where you see a mom that you may not know as a part of the group, and you see her wearing the Fortress, you see her wearing the Queens, you guys automatically think, oh, you know about MFA, you know about Unitus, and I just think that's so cool.
It's absolutely cool. So everybody needs to get these shoes, and you promise that when they sell out, you're gonna get them back.
We're gonna get them back.
We're gonna get
Absolutely.
them back.
We had a very small run in the beginning. those all were gone.
Right.
And so this is our second batch here now. They're up on the website as we speak. Weareunitus.com, and you guys get these, we'll get more.
Fantastic. And we're gonna link you on our site so everybody knows how to find you. We'll be promoting the website. Please go and get the Esters, the Fortress Queens from Unitus.
Thank you so much.
My friend Jonathan Isaac, thank you for making a great product.
Thank you.
What fun! Oh my goodness, that was amazing. I have a shoe. I just want to say that everybody needs a pair.
Okay, here I gotta ask though. Coming off of this video, I want to know: was that really your first basket of the day?
I gotta say, the foul shot's always been my good shot, but everybody was blown away, and I kind of was too, because it's been a long time.
It's a lot of pressure
since I shot a basket. But I mean, Jonathan, even my husband, they were like, "Whoa, what is that?"
That wasn't camera magic.
Then, so then I have to go, well, yeah.
Right.
That was all Kim.
So we're editing this piece, and I'm like, is that really the first shot of the day? And she nailed it. So what a great video. Thanks to Jeff for putting that together. And I mean, so fun. I mean, Jonathan, what a great guy. What a great guy and a great testimony.
Company, which is why
we are joined by Miss Macy Kev, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. You are the communications director, correct?
I am.
All right.
Yes.
For Unitus.
Fantastic. Okay, so you're here with us today, and you're a mom, brand new mom.
Yes.
And you like to say that being a mom is your calling. Walk us through all of that.
Yeah, I'm a new mom, and it is exactly what I was created for. It is everything I've ever dreamed of, and I've worked in corporate my entire life. And so when I had my son, I realized very, very quickly that the trajectory of my life was changing, and that my goals in life had changed drastically. And so I was just praying to the Lord, Lord, if direct me towards a company that I can work for outside the house that is aligned with our with what you want to bless, Lord. And so when the opportunity with Unitus came along, it was exactly what I had prayed for. And when I told them being a mom is my calling and my ministry, and first and foremost in my life, they said, absolutely. They said, we agree. And so I have a great team I work with, and JI is wonderful. Getting to work with somebody who is so authentic in their faith and truly for mothers, it's a blessing.
That is
Your
awesome.
social media ads are awesome. They just started appearing everywhere, faith in every step. I mean, it just fantastic.
So
and I have not seen the Esther shoe in the ads yet, but it's all right. I forgive you.
It's coming.
They're amazing. I mean, I've been sharing them like crazy because I want people to know this is a great product.
Oh, thank you.
And you obviously saw it because you could just leave the corporate world and just find another company that fits you, but you specifically wanted to find a company that not just fit your time, so your child could be first in your life and your family, but your values. And you really got lucky. There are a lot of, I should say blessed, because there are a lot of moms who come to us wanting to work for Moms for America for that very reason. And I'm like, gosh, I'd love to hire y'all, but there's only so much money in the pot. But when you have an opportunity to make that match, it really is a blessing.
Absolutely. And working with Unitus, it really does feel more like a ministry than it does work.
Yeah.
Everybody on the team is so like-minded and so forward in their faith that it's just a beautiful place to work.
And Jonathan is just
amazing.
Yeah.
And his wife, and they have a new baby coming. Is she baby come yet? Not yet.
I believe the baby's here.
Baby is here. Okay.
Yeah.
You promised me pictures when our baby was born.
So when you were working on the corporate side, did you find that you had to be quiet about your faith? Did you have to dial the volume down?
Yes, I didn't realize how quiet I was until I started working with Unitus and realized my team, they open every meeting with prayer and we close every meeting with prayer.
That's awesome.
And that was such a culture shock to me, coming from a place where I was actually more on the HR side. So we didn't talk about anything faith related. And it really hit me how quiet I have been in my faith. And it was convicting. So being aligned with Unitus, I feel like I can be my most authentic self and really share my love for Christ.
I'm just so excited. Every single product, whether it's a t-shirt or a shoe, it has a value piece in it. So when you're spending your money on Unitus, you're promoting the values you care about.
How did they pick those scriptures? We know that the Esther came from, this conversation that we'll hear a little bit with Allie. Who picks those scriptures?
Jonathan and his pastor.
Oh, Jonathan and his pastor. That sounds right.
His pastor is another amazing man, and his wife. I can just imagine what it must feel like to work for that company. I have to say, if I wasn't with Moms for America, I'd try to find a job at Unitus because there's so much, and not even just the values and the spirit of it, but there's so much love in that company.
There really is.
And it sparks from Jonathan and I believe his pastor when they had the conversations. The name of the company couldn't be better.
Right.
And the fact that it was at a time when our country was divided and Jonathan was isolated because he stood for the national anthem and refused to wear a Black Lives Matter. I know.
Yeah.
That's just nuts. But he's like, let's come together. And Unitus I might say this about 20 times a day because you're always saying we need, you gotta unite us. I'm like, wow, that was such a good name.
It is. It's like you're almost surprised that somebody else hasn't thought about that.
Right. The domains were all available.
Right. I think that. Yeah.
Somebody was like, I should have figured that one out.
I love it. Divine intervention. So, how old is your baby?
He's 1.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, they say, when a baby's born, so is a mother, right?
Uh-huh.
So could you go in a little more in depth on what it was like working in corporate versus what it's like working at Unitus? Aside from being able to be more forward facing in your family.
Yeah, with a corporate job, you 9 to 5, you're in an office, and I had a wonderful team, and I've made lifelong friends there. But leaving the corporate world was a breath of fresh air. And working with Unitus, I work fully remote. If I have anything that comes up with my son, they are like, go. They just don't question it. I mean, they're very, very supportive of being a mom, but also being a professional. And it really is an answer to prayer. I prayed specifically for this. And I remember thinking, this is a tall order prayer. And this isn't common, and who knows what it'll look like. And at first, when it was all being formed, it didn't look like what I thought it should. And ultimately, God blessed it. So
that's amazing.
It's nice when professionals come in and clean it up.
Definitely.
I have some really great ideas I learned in the corporate world, and then you bring it to a company and it just rises to the top. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So when did you decide that you wanted to work somewhere that really embodied your values? Was it when you were in the corporate world? Was it during pregnancy? Was it after childbirth? Like, when did you decide, like, this is what I want and I'm going to make this move?
I think I've always had a passion to work with a place that's aligned with my values and morals. But it wasn't until I had my son that really was ignited in me.
You.
Yeah. Exactly. And he did. My son has changed me for the better. And life is too short to be quiet about things that matter in our faith and family. And I do believe your ministry is where you're at, but being able to freely speak openly about my faith in a work setting, it's amazing.
It's phenomenal. I am so excited you were here and able to share that story. Is there any advice you would give to our moms watching? We call this the mom view. So give us a little bit of your mom view on what it's like to work where you are and to give them a little bit of encouragement.
Pray. Pray big. I believe that prayer is a force to be reckoned with, and there are good companies out there like Mom for America and Unitus, and there are like-minded individuals out there in the professional world, and I think you really can do it both and find a team that really does support you in that. So my mom always told me, you just do your best and pray that it's blessed, and you trust God with the rest. So.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic.
That's awesome. And anybody who wants to work for Moms for America, go out there and tell everybody that they should be supporting Moms for America more so we can hire more of you.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Macy is going to show us some awesome apparel from Unitus. Don't go away.
America is under attack. Our families are being crushed under the politics of a radical agenda. But moms have had enough. We are standing up and we are fighting back.
This is our battle. This battle is every bit as important as the Revolutionary War because we fight for the same thing.
Moms for America is a national movement of moms reclaiming our culture for truth, family, freedom, and the Constitution.
I think Moms for America is exactly on track and is doing the right thing for the future of our country and our children.
Like Moms for America is going at the heart of the issue.
I want to go on the record and say I'm for moms, I'm for America, and I'm especially for Moms for America.
But I am honored to join Moms for America today as we speak out against the horrific mandates.
With a national network of over 500,000 mothers, Moms for America is one of the fastest growing movements of women in the country.
Well, the most dangerous place in all of nature is between a mama bear and her baby cub.
We are the change. No matter what, no matter where,
And no matter how difficult the obstacles are that are facing us and our families, we will not give up and we will not give in.
So if not now, then when? If not you, then who?
Welcome to the Momland Revolution.
Welcome back to the Mom View, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I wanted to give you a little bit of background on this Esther shoe that is custom made by Unitus for us at Moms for America. I had the pleasure of going to AmFest a couple of years ago, and Unitus had a little space where they were showing all of their lovely items here. And I said, you know what? You guys really need a shoe since all of your clothes have scripture. You need a shoe that is Esther 4:14. Now, when I ran for school board, that was the scripture that just God had placed on my heart for if you are silent in this time, you and your family will sure perish. And that was just a sign for me to stand up, be courageous,
just like
truth,
Jonathan,
especially. And so I said, you know what? It's got to be purple. You got to have some gold because our ladies love some bling. And look, it's right here, you guys. I'm so excited about this shoe. Oh my gosh. Okay. And it comes in lots of sizes, y'all. So grab your shoes.
So is this running, walking, athletic?
Yes.
What do we use the shoe for?
This is an everyday lifestyle shoe.
Okay.
So if you want to go to the gym and do a training session, if you're walking in the park with your friends, you're running errands. I know moms are busy running around. This is the perfect shoe.
Oh my gosh. Perfect shoe for our moms. Now show us the rest of the stuff you got.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously we have the Moms for America shoe.
Can I ask you just a couple details about this shoe?
Yes, absolutely.
So look at the gold detailing here. How interesting is that? I have never seen a shoe with shoelaces that have gold on the end, which matches the whole gold emblem here.
And it looks like wings, but like you can totally make that into like a crown. That looks like a crown that would go on Esther's head, right? Like it's so beautiful.
The other thing that I love about the shoe is I love the various colors of purple.
Yes.
So very nice design.
Purple is such a royal color. I mean, that's really what it means. But for us at Moms for America, it's the blending of both like the red, white, and blue all together. And so that's just, it's unite. It's, you know,
they looked very cute on Kimberly when she was with Jonathan. So
I can't
we're
wait.
so excited about everyone getting a pair of these shoes.
Yes, we're so excited about this shoe and this collaboration. Mostly the verse. We love the verse. And yeah, the emblem is actually a nod to the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, beautiful. So beautiful. All right, show us the rest of the stuff.
All right,
Look at this. Because I work out, you guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm always in the gym.
We have a whole activewear collection coming out. So we have sports bras.
Look at that. And look, wait. Look at this. Look at this crown. Look at this.
Let me feel.
The Ark of the
We
Covenant.
have the wings
Look at that.
on
How
there.
beautiful.
This almost, is this purple?
It looks purple. It's purple.
Yes,
Look,
very
you
pretty.
guys, look. Hang on.
It's
Look at
very
that.
soft.
Look
too.
at that. Okay, I'm taking this home. No.
Very soft.
So
That's what I like
cute.
about it.
Yes.
I love soft clothes.
So is it like moisture wickening?
It
Is that
is,
okay?
yes.
Beautiful for our athletes. Lovely, lovely ladies.
And we have the Unitus logo on the back and all of the sorry.
No,
all of
you're
the
fine.
product has the
It has
the
scripture
logo
on the
it.
inside?
It does, yes.
That's amazing.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love that.
And then we have our tees for
Cute
the
little
ladies.
crop top.
Little
Okay.
crop tops.
Sit down. There you go.
Check it out. Get a feel
guys,
for it.
Ladies, I know you
Very
love
soft.
luxury. I know you do.
It is
You
so
have to actually feel like this. It really
Yeah.
feels like you're not wearing. Like
That's
oh my
why
gosh.
I'm such a. This
It's
is
so
why I
soft.
don't like buying online, and I love to see.
Yes.
Because then you can feel it.
Absolutely.
And you can really see the size too, which looks really
And the
generous.
quality
I
is
love this
just top tier. We have our leggings coming out.
Look at that, guys. Oh, ladies, so cute.
So while
I
you're
love
wearing
that.
your Mothers for America shoe.
Mhm.
Super cute.
And it feels really, really soft. It feels like it's not restrictive at all. Very stretchy. Really great quality.
Can you go over the pockets?
Pockets.
We have
Listen,
pockets.
ladies. Ladies love pockets.
Yeah.
We
I
do
used
have
to
a
do
side
fashion
pocket.
design a little bit here back in the day, where you're always picking out, with the things that you always wanted to highlight, and that pocket is either
This
for
is
a
so
cell phone,
cute.
right?
And it also has the flat
For
stitching.
working.
So it's very seamless. It's
Very
very
nice.
comfortable.
Beautiful. And it,
Yes.
again, I think they all have scripture in them. Yes, they do. This is 1 Samuel 2:30, ladies.
Yes.
Oh, so
we
beautiful.
also have a cropped hoodie for the ladies.
Very cute.
Look at that. Again,
So
very
nice.
soft.
Oh, I really like
Isn't it
this.
beautiful? I love
really
hoodies.
like
Okay,
that.
so I live in Florida, and I don't know why Florida's like a hoodie culture like state. Literally, all the kids, all the
Very
young
cute.
folks are in hoodies all year round. It's like 90 degrees all year round,
Yes.
and they're always in hoodies, but it's really cute.
Hoodies never go out of
No,
style.
never.
No. You
So
can't.
They're
nice.
always
need a
part
good
of
hoodie.
everyone's fashion.
And then we do have men's activewear as well.
Nice.
For our fellas.
For our fellas.
Look
Very
at
nice, very
that. I love this
that
blue.
color.
It's such a nice, like, bold blue.
Like a running
these
short, athletic short. Whoop, sorry.
Look at these colors together, you guys. Like,
Very nice. Got the zipper pocket.
good. Zipper
And
pocket.
all of the shorts and the detail always have the wings hidden within the apparel.
I
So
did
on the
not
sides-
know that.
Yes, yeah.
That's really cool.
Very nice.
So on this, you'll see it's on the side. It kind of flares out. So everything has a nod to the Ark of the Covenant brand.
And this is your new line.
Yes, this is our new
Okay.
activewear line. We have our spring collection and our fall collection.
Wow, that is absolutely
So,
amazing.
Jonathan wanted to expand besides the shoe line. He wanted to go ahead and do
Yes.
athletic wear. Which one came first?
The shoe.
Okay, I
The
want to make
shoe,
sure we
yeah.
understood that. So
Yes.
the shoe was the birth of it,
Yes.
and then the continuation of the clothesline.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh my goodness, this is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see all of our moms and all of our viewers in all of your clothing. So tell us again where we can find it all.
You can find this at weareunitus.com and everything, all the collections are on there. ready
And
to
what are the sizes? Do they come in kid sizes?
Yes. So the activewear is coming in men's and women's sizes.
Okay.
And then our shoes come in youth sizes and adult sizes.
Fantastic.
So whole shoe line is on the website, clothesline. I mean, there's a lot more shoes to even pick from. I know we're highlighting our Esther shoe with Moms for America, but they do have a really nice line of other activewear shoes with
Yeah, we
different
have
scriptures.
great basketball shoes. We have the Judah 2 coming out later this year as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Yeah, and some other things in the works. So we're
Oh,
excited.
we're so excited. I can't
Yeah.
wait. My goodness. All right. Well, you've heard it here. Coming up, the only conservative Christian company of its kind shows us what it means to put your money where your mouth is. And for this company, this is not a cliche. Stay tuned. Find out more.
For the moms of Moms for America out there, Cardio Miracle really truly helped me out personally, and I could see that. But it also helped my mom out, it helped my wife out, it helped my sister out, it helped my friends out. I've really seen the benefits, and this is a time for healing our bodies, our minds, and our souls. And Cardio Miracle has done that for me, and I think it also can do it for our moms. Head to our link, cardiomiracle.com/moms for a discount and to get started today.
Our next guest says every dollar has a job. My question for you is, are you sending your dollars to work at good companies? Danielle Buck is the VP of Strategic Partnerships at Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile proudly wears the title of being the only Christian conservative wireless carrier in the country. Welcome, Danielle, to the Mom
Thanks,
View.
guys.
Welcome.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yes.
This
Oh
is
my
awesome.
goodness.
I know.
Every dollar has a job. How amazing
I
is
spent
that?
my money on Patriot Mobile. I just want
right.
to say money, mouth, same place.
It's a great way to think about your dollar, right?
Well, right, and every one of us pays a cell phone bill every month. So
Yes.
it's not like you're adding something to
That's
a
true.
tight
You
budget
gotta-
in this
I gotta get on
economy,
this.
right? Like it is something that matters. You carry with everywhere you go. I mean, whether it's your work, connecting with your family. Obviously, we're all moms here. Like it is our lifeline, and
Right.
so why not give to a company that supports your same values?
Yeah, we live on our phones,
We
right?
do.
Right. So every time we use the phone, I just have to say this. Every time I use the phone, make a call or buy something on this phone, I am supporting my values because I'm using a Patriot Mobile phone.
Could you tell us a little bit about Patriot Mobile and why? I mean, it was started by Christians, but was it always a Christian company?
So, good question. Patriot Mobile was founded 12 years ago by our founder, Glenn and Jenny Story, and they started it as a conservative phone company to fund conservative candidates, actually, that were running for school boards. I know something that y'all care a lot about. And so when we started, we had one network, and we were there to put money behind conservatives. Well, as the years went on, some members of the board said, hey, you know what, Glenn, you're a Christian and everybody that works here is a Christian, but you're not outspoken about being a Christian company. You need to change that. And so he did about 6 years ago. And we have grown incrementally. I mean, it's kind of crazy, really, when you look at our trajectory. And I think it's because people want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And so when you say, I am a Christian company and we get to conservative Christian values, a portion of every dollar from every cell phone goes to those things, people are like, oh, I can connect with that. And so I think that's why it's so amazing to work for a company that is outspoken about their beliefs and not ashamed of the gospel.
Yeah, and pro-life.
Yes.
In pro-faith, obviously.
Right, so we have 4 pillars that we give to. So a portion of every dollar I said goes to causes that align with your values.
Like Moms for America.
We give within our 4 pillars. So mission-based. And so those 4 pillars are the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the sanctity of life, and our veterans and first responders. And so there is a plethora of organizations that we get to literally lock arms with, like Moms for America, and say, hey, like, let's do this together to try to change the culture and push back on what's happening with our dollars, because we get it. Nonprofits need money. Well, by paying a cell phone bill, we can carve out a little portion and put it over there and make a difference.
And you know what people don't understand is that all the other cell phone companies do exactly the same thing, countering our values.
Yes.
Patriot
Against us.
Mobile is the only cell phone company that supports our values. But you know, when I would go out and I would tell people what Patriot Mobile is and why it's so unique, they wouldn't listen to me. It's like, oh, that's nice. You know, that's cute. And I'm like, I don't understand it. Why wouldn't you jump? You know why? Because they want to know it's good cell phone service.
It's fear.
It is. So I always lead with, oh my gosh, I have the best cell phone company. The service is incredible. I've been overseas and I've never lost service. They have an overseas plan. They have an internet you can put in your car. You can switch your whole company. And they're like, what is it? Patriot Mobile. And do you know that they're the only Christian conservative cell phone wireless company that's out there? And they're like, no way, really? So you start with, it's such great service, and then you sell them. That's why you guys are skyrocketing.
You're right. And I think it is fear of the unknown. Most people haven't changed their cell phone company in probably 15 years.
Right.
Because they think of it as something,
I have never changed
it takes a
my
lot
cell
of time,
phone.
it's so much effort. It doesn't actually.
I have 9 phone
Do you
lines
have
on
20
my family.
minutes? Do you have 20 minutes? That's all it takes to switch to Patriot Mobile.
Wow.
And here's the thing. We use all 3 of the major networks. So if you live in a part of the country where only one of the networks works really good, no problem. We have it. So if your phone works in America now, your phone works on Patriot Mobile. And you can bring your phone and you can bring your phone number. So kind of the logistical things that kind of hang people up, we've really addressed all of them.
Okay, so the one I'm going to repeat is that I have 9 phone lines.
Okay.
Because I've got my mom, I've got my kids. You know, it's less expensive for us to bundle together like that. That was my big worry. I'm going to tell you, your customer service is absolutely stellar. And they talk you through the whole entire thing. They will call each individual person that has the line. They flip it over. It takes a little bit more than 20 minutes when you have 9 lines.
Well, of course.
Not that, but it's not painful
20
at
minutes
all.
per line, maybe.
Well, well, and I think the difference about our customer service is they're all based right here in the United States.
Okay.
I mean, don't you want to talk to an American when you're trying to have trouble about a cell phone bill, your daughter needs a new phone, you're traveling international, whatever the deal is, you want to talk to someone you can understand. And you know what? If you're having a bad day, they'll pray with you. I mean, they're amazing.
Okay, has anybody ever called any cell phone service where it's not someone that you have to ask them to repeat themselves because they're from another country? So this is huge. There's so many great things about Patriot Mobile. It is an American company that is run by Americans of faith that provide a great quality service, and they support organizations that support your values.
You're not compromising your phone, which obviously connects us to our entire world, but you're getting to give back. So it's more than great service, right? It's supporting a company that aligns with your values while you use something that you pay for every day.
Yeah, and because of our partnership, we have a great discount.
Yes, we do.
So if you just go onto Patriot Mobile, put in the code MOMS, and you will get 1 free month of service. That's like huge.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what's really cool too is actually Moms for America benefits long-term from people joining and using the code. So if you are being blessed by Moms for America and the ministry that you guys have, you can support Moms for America by paying your cell phone bill with Patriot Mobile. Like that is so cool.
To your point, you're always paying a cell phone bill.
That's right. That's right.
And so what about competitive as far as pricing?
So we're very competitive on price. So whether you're an individual a family, or a business of 1,000 lines, Patriot Mobile can service you.
And they will try to match you. If you, the first thing they ask me is, well, what are you already paying?
That's right.
And I told them, and they're like, well, we're going to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because it's me. No, I think it's because it's great
say
quality
that to them.
service.
Absolutely.
They want
they're
you
going
as
to
a
take
customer.
care of us.
That's right. But they
well,
want you as a customer, and they're going to
right.
make every effort to make that happen.
And the other companies, they don't have your best interest at heart.
Right.
And I think that we do. So when you call and you talk to somebody, hey, how much are you paying? How much are you actually using? Like, look at your bill. There's a lot of people that are paying for these massive unlimited plans when they don't actually really need them.
Yeah.
Because nowadays you're actually in Wi-Fi a lot more than you think, whether you're at home or at work.
Right.
You know, you really only use a ton of data when you're streaming videos, GPS, that kind of stuff.
That is a very good point.
Yeah. And
Most
so
people
they
don't know that.
And they also tack on a lot of extra fees. And so at Patriot Mobile, we don't have any fees that are not required by the government. So that's huge too.
Well, the government needs to stop requiring fees, but that's a whole other
That's a different conversation.
So with the shift, you know, a few years back towards a Christian forward organization, how has the landscape changed in other areas in business? Have you seen more companies deciding to be more focused on their faith and lead with their faith?
We actually get asked a lot to speak to other companies to be bold about their faith, because we have been, and it has blessed us immensely. I mean, personally, I have been so blessed by working for this company. I came from the nonprofit sector, and as I became a mom and my family was growing, I realized I wanted to work in this movement that was trying to change our culture for the better, for Christ ultimately. And Patriot Mobile has been such an incredible weaving into my story, and then now to get to see that myself, our CEO, some of our other executives get asked to go and inspire other businesses to be bold about who they are and what they believe in, and to go into the marketplace and say, we shouldn't be ashamed of this. Right. We should wear it boldly with a badge of honor.
Absolutely. And people are hungry for it. I mean, really
for
hungry.
Sure.
And it's like Chick-fil-A. It's a perfect example. They're not open on Sunday. You would think that would hurt their business. Their business skyrockets.
Hobby Lobby.
Right? Yeah, Hobby Lobby and In-N-Out Burger. I mean, these companies that come out and stand on their values, they're doing great because people are hungering for that, and they want to put their money in those places.
And people want to be part of something bigger than themselves.
Yeah,
they do.
And you don't have to go to a store that's labeled Christian books in order for you to, like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to have Christian on the actual like label or the.
Well, and we have a lot of impact with our money.
Right.
I think that, I mean, y'all talked about it earlier in the segment, and I think that's so true. Like, as women, we typically control the household budget, right?
We do.
We look at where we buy our groceries, where we have our cell phone bill, where we buy our kids' shoes, etc. Those matter. Those decisions matter, because at the end of the day, there's profit for everyone, right, involved, or they wouldn't still be in business. Where are they using that profit? For or against the things I believe in.
Right.
And so that's why it's so important for us to do research and then say, you know what, like, I may not be able to give a ton of money away. Okay, great.
Right.
But I can make decisions that impact my family, that are with companies that align with our values.
So I love what you said earlier when we were talking about the dollar and the power of our values with our money.
Yes, women drive economies.
Oh, for sure.
And the buck
buck stops. Buck stops here. Little play on words there.
Right. The family is downstream from culture, and culture is downstream from, you know, everything trickles down from women in our home, ultimately right to the world. And we want to be somebody that changes generations to come, right, for the kingdom. And so,
and businesses know that we are the biggest consumer base.
For
they
sure.
want us. We are the most coveted consumer base, because they know that we're the purchasers. And even if we're not purchasing it ourselves, we're the major decision makers on that purchase.
We're steering the husbands behind, right? Like, no, honey, we don't like this company. We like this company.
Well, and the kids always call mom. Mom, I need this. Mom, can you get that? Mom, will you pick this up at the grocery store? The other thing I want to mention is that the word patriot. I mean, that is really a great stand.
Sure.
Because, you know, patriotism has been shunned.
Under attack.
Especially in the Biden administration.
White supremacist.
Oh,
but to be bold enough to say we are Patriot Mobile.
That's right.
And it's a good word. Okay, so I have to tell the story, because we're on TV.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make it public, because Glenn, he keeps saying, I'm going to tell the other story. He likes to tell the story
Which
about
story?
How we were in the car and he's driving me to the airport.
Oh, yes.
He tells that story all the time. But I tell him I'm going to tell the story, and this is it. Patriot Mobile is Patriot Mobile because of me. Did you know that?
What?
So it
12 years ago?
was EOS Mobile.
Yes, it was.
And we were in Utah in 2014, and we were doing an event, and it was all EOS Mobile was all over the radios promoting EOS, EOS.
And what does that mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like, so what exactly is EOS Mobile? What does that mean? And I still can't remember what he explained what it means in Latin, but he said, well, it's really a cell phone service for patriots. And I'm like, then why don't you call it Patriot Mobile?
Well, look at you.
Yeah. Keep it simple. Right. Keep it simple.
Yeah. No, I think being a patriot is so important.
It
and I mean, I don't know about you women, but I feel like everyone knows somebody who served in the armed forces.
Yes.
My grandfather, my husband, yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's near and dear to our hearts, right? Because our country was founded on values that had to be fought for.
Yes.
And they still have to be fought for, right? In our homes, but also around the world.
Absolutely.
And so I think that it's such an amazing name because we are all patriots to our country at the end of the day, and ultimately to our family and to the Lord. Right.
So the thing that makes it so great, the power of that name, is that you understand exactly what it means when you say it. Then when you tagline it with the only conservative Christian wireless company, then you're like, why wouldn't you?
Right.
The only holdback is, well, am I going to get good service? Yes, you are. What are you waiting for?
Is it affordable? Can I
Yes.
keep my phone number?
Right.
Oh, everyone knows
Yes.
it. You know, those are the kind of concerns that we hear a lot. Or, hey, I bought my daughter a new iPhone. We have to pay this off. Okay, great. We have a contract buyout program now where if you pay off a phone to come over to Patriot Mobile, we'll credit your account, each line that you pay off, up to $500 per device. So especially if you only have, some left to pay off on it, we want you to come that badly that we're willing to take that hit, because it's like, forget waiting for paying off another line. No, come on now.
That's incredible.
And you should stop supporting Planned Parenthood and start supporting Moms for America and get Patriot Mobile.
That's right.
You're already paying the cell phone
That's
bill.
right. And we have all three networks. So one beautiful thing is we can actually put multiple networks on one device. You can't get that at the major carriers. You can literally have an AT&T line and a Verizon line, or also a T-Mobile line on one phone. So if you travel, there's pockets of service that don't really work. With Patriot Mobile, you have a backup line. It's called Patriot Mobile One. It's a new product we just launched about 6 months ago.
Different ring?
So you would have different numbers. So you'd pay $15 extra to have a backup line on that phone, and it would be put on a different network. So like you could have your main number on AT&T and your backup line on Verizon.
So instead of having like a Google Voice number, right? Because I had to do that when I ran for school board. I did when I ran for office. I did not want people having access to my actual personal phone number. So I had to figure out a different way, because I didn't want to put money into a different company. I was already with this one company for God knows how long, and I was like, well, what do I do? So I Google Voice number. So I had a different number. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not all. I just found out. I can't remember where I was. I was somewhere where you guys were set up somewhere in the last month or so, and it was at CPAC. And you had this whole entire booth, and I have a mobile internet in my car. Yeah. So you now have a mobile internet. I'm like, why am I spending money on this one when I can get that with Patriot Mobile too? You guys have got it.
We actually have 3 different types of mobile internet. So depending on what your needs are, we have a solution for you. So we have a small little puck one that's orange and white, and we also have one called a Sea Breeze, and we have a true router that has like kind of antennas that stick out and actually runs on 3 cell phone network towers. So there's actually people that are switching for not just car internet, but maybe like a ranch house or even their home. Now, it does run on cell towers, so different than a wired internet. But specifically, if you're in a metropolitan area, it's probably going to work just as well to run on cell towers.
Now, do you guys have tablets?
I travel all the time.
Yeah, we can do your phones, your tablets, all of the things.
Okay.
I have one other thing I just want to comment too. Just on the heels of Kimberly saying CPAC, Patriot Mobile is everywhere.
Oh, we're everywhere.
I mean, I was at NRB. You were there.
Yeah.
All of the events that we go to across the country, and this is very true. Patriot Mobile is a sponsor, from the Susan B. Anthony to everything. I mean, from the pro-life to the religious broadcasters.
To our 20th anniversary.
To their 20th anniversary. So they are just really sponsoring all across the country, which is really great when you go some Jason Aldean concert. I mean, you guys are just kind of
that's a new thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a big part of my job. So strategic partnerships is not just the people
You're
we
doing
give
a good
money
job,
to,
girl.
but we sponsor about 120 to 150 events a year. So we are everywhere.
Yes.
You're not kidding. And we look at it strategically of where are people that are like-minded, people that are pro-Second Amendment, right?
Yeah.
The SHOT Show, the NRA Show, the Gun Owners of America. Those people care about their
Car
Second Amendment
races,
rights.
NASCAR.
Absolutely. We tried that. We're probably not doing NASCAR again, but this year we're doing Jason Aldean.
Oh,
and
so
one
cool.
cool thing about sponsoring that tour is we're giving tickets to a member of the military for every single show. So not only are we sponsoring the show to try to obviously grow and get new people who are fellow patriots, but to give tickets to active duty or veterans as well.
Wow.
That is amazing advice on the mom view, right? Giving our viewers the mom view of why it's important for you to understand your purchasing power. Guys, thank you so much, Danielle, for joining us today. Patriot Mobile is a partner with Moms for America. You can use the code MOMS. Before we close, though, we've got a little TV magic for you. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. And just like that, with TV magic, look who else we changed, but look who else joined us, baby! Fantastic. Oh my goodness, thank you guys. This was
and
such
we're all
a
in
fun...
our Unitus wear?
Yes, we are. This was such a fun episode. We absolutely love Patriot Mobile. What is the code again for Patriot Mobile?
It is Moms for a whole month of service free.
972-PATRIOT.
There you go.
972-PATRIOT.
And we love the feel. I mean, guys, the feel of these, of the Unitus apparel is just amazing. You're not getting this back. This is mine. I'm keeping these.
Oh, I was going to take it when you weren't looking.
So cute. I love this color. It's beautiful. And if you go to weareunitus.com, you use the promo code MFA10. You get $10 off, you guys. Come on.
And you got the shoes on.
Look.
Yeah.
Yes.
There
I
you
love
go.
these. These shoes are like the best shoes. I love these shoes.
Put that up there. Put that up there. Look at that.
I need a
She's
pair.
got the esters on, baby.
Nice queen, because I am a queen, y'all. We are queen. They're so cute. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on this fantastic episode of The Mom View. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms at The Real Mom View. And if you have any questions or you would like to pitch an idea on a host or a topic you would like for us to cover, you can do that by going to the momsforamerica.us, which is where Moms for America is, but also themomview.com. And you'll never miss an episode when you go there. Guys, thanks again so much for joining us. We love you, and we'll see you next episode.
Unitus, Patriot Mobile.